Spoiler alert, I am not a big fan of that news. No, I hate it. Everything
I was
about
about
I hate
to
it.
say already. Didn't they just?
Well, the idea was that this game, Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, well, not Warzone. Warzone was gonna stay for a while, but Modern Warfare 2 was supposed to be a 2-year game, 2-year title. So they were supposed to skip this year. Long story short, actually, I might as well go to that quickly now. So basically, there's reports of a new Call of Duty coming out this year, and the story is this was supposed to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2, but they changed plans, and and now it became a full-fledged premium game.
That's. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't.
I hate it because if it's literally the same Modern Warfare game, but just with different content, and my argument was that why can't this be an update, to the game? Why can't you just sell it as an expansion to the game? And apparently,
Yeah, actually, for real, yeah, because we've been down this road before. Like it was, yeah, like now we're. Oh man, I hate this now.
Yeah, so I literally discussed all that stuff in that Patreon extra video, and there's no plan for longevity. If this couldn't be an update, and besides, they're gonna change some stuff, to make they're gonna change some stuff.
Oh yeah, they're gonna change enough stuff to make it feel fresh, guaranteed.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
but they almost have to.
But my argument was in that extra is that they're gonna change stuff for the sake of changing, not because they need to.
Yeah.
Because to make the feel different from the actual last release game, and there's a report that apparently they're gonna transfer all the content from this current game to the next one, because that basically it's an expansion. That was supposed to be an expansion, but now it's a premium game. So, to me, the way I see it, it's just an excuse for them to charge $70.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of what it feels like. Cause wait, let me make sure I'm following you correctly here. So it's coming out as pretty much an update to the existing. Okay, yeah. Point 1. Point 2, you can transfer your content and progression with you.
At least that's the report says that.
That's the report. Okay. So yeah, what the fuck? That's a cash grab.
Yeah,
there's a phrase for that. It's called a cash grab.
Yeah, it literally is.
That is, and you know what's funny, for them to pull some shit like this, after because they've earned some good faith with me. They've done good releases. Granted, I've not really played a whole lot of them because again, I'm not really much of a consumer anymore. And now all of a sudden, in order to pivot and do this, either they're hurting for money or they're like, oh, quick, boys, let's make the stock prices jump. You know what I mean?
I did mention that the Sony deal expires in 2024. And God knows what's happening with the Microsoft acquisition.
And though the other shoe drops.
Yeah, I did mention those because those are important factors to consider.
So what they're doing is like what Sony does with Spider-Man once in a while.
The thing with Sony, they actually think they own Call of Duty, which they jack shit don't.
Yeah, no, that's an Activision trademark. Yeah,
but they act like they actually own the trademark, and it's really annoying. Just an outsider. I can imagine for Microsoft, it's also really frustrating.
I could highly imagine that one. Well, yeah, you don't own it, jackasses. I mean, they're trying to own it. Microsoft is. Still, I think. But, God, Buzz, it really? That's...
On top of that, Activision wants all the developers to go back to the office. And if this game is this premium game that was supposed to be expansion pack for the existing game. Oh, by the way, when I say that it's supposed to be an expansion, I literally mean this is supposed to be a continuation of Modern Warfare 2. So there's gonna be a new campaign, new multiplayer, but everything's the same. It's a continuation, so it's like Modern Warfare 3. But apparently they don't have a name for it yet, because calling it Modern Warfare 3 would be really stupid.
Yeah, because they already have a Modern Warfare 3.
No, not that. They already have Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, but it's just the idea that a sequel coming out just a year later. It's kind of like...
Well, I mean, they could call it Modern Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare 2.
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3.
No, so like it's Modern Warfare 2 now, right? But instead of like normal 2, it's... It's Styx. I forgot the name for the romantic. Fuck, I'm done.
You know what's funny? I just
I'm
kind of thought of this because this whole thing is kind of reminding me of like another article that I read specifically about Marvel Cinematic Universe and how this phase that's going on right now seems to be more along the lines of trying to ride nostalgia value and trying to ride fan hype than actually producing something tangible, like what made them. Like, it was a really good article. I have to see if I can find it again and send it to you, because it was very well written. It was very, I don't know who it was. I really wish I did off the top of my head. But the point is that, you know, and it was actually a review for the Quantum Mania movie, the new Ant-Man movie that came out. And it said that, flat out, it doesn't really feel like a cohesive story is being told whatsoever. It's 99% fan service and something that feels like it was slapped together just for the sheer sake of slapping it together in order to sell it, because they know it will print money. And everything that you just described to me, as far as what Activision is doing with Call of Duty, feels almost the exact same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, you guys have had a good handful of titles that have done really well. They've been really successful. They've sold very well. You know, they've gotten back out and you know, they're doing the things like how they used to do. And now all of a sudden somebody among the team is going, well, we don't have to put any effort in anymore, kids. The fucking fire has been set. The money printer is on automatic. And all we got to do is just keep pressing the push button. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that that's what they're doing, but it really, really, really seriously feels like that's exactly what they're doing. Like, we don't really have to care. We only have to care enough in order to put a product out. And that's it. And I hate saying that. But again, that's really what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. It's just everything about it stinks. Every single piece of information stinks. Could be an expansion pack, could charge us like 40, 50, that's fine, but they just need an excuse to charge 70. That's all it is.
You know what it is? It's excuse me. It's the beginning death knell for live service. It really is, because now they're realizing, oh well, you know, boys, we can't do it. You know, we want to get a new product out there. We want to have a new revenue stream going. But instead of adding another season onto the existing and only charging the player, I don't know, $20, $25 for that season, let's go ahead and just take all of that content, put it into a quote-unquote new game, rebrand it, repackage it, you know, throw some fancy artwork on the cover, and let's make $70 a unit plus the subscription fee after that. Let's fucking do that, lads. And that's what they did.
Yeah.
And because, again, like, they know that people are going to buy it. They, like, regardless. It could, like, and I'm not saying Call of Duty fans are dumb, but literally Activision and Blizzard could put a game out that's just titled Call of Duty, and it's literally 30 minutes of a 3D rendered turd on screen, and you just pan a camera around it, and somebody will fucking buy it because it has Call of Duty on it.
Here's the thing. For example, Modern Warfare 2 is the best-selling game, this current one, is the best Call of Duty to date, right? But I mentioned in that Patreon Extra, I mentioned that we live in an age where casuals are not dumb anymore. So, and the reason why this game sold so well is because people bought the idea that Modern Warfare 2 is a 2-year game. Because how many times we seen and heard complaints or requests or demands, what we want to call them, people asking that Call of Duty skips a year, just take a breather, improve the game, keep going. Warzone is there for you to, expand, with all the features you want and cosmetics and whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter.
And just let people enjoy their fucking investment.
To enjoy the game a bit longer. Investment is there and everything. People, you know how people say, like, moviegoers, for example, they don't really pay attention to the movie news, all the drama or whatever, like, and people say it's the same with casual gamers. They don't pay attention to the news that's happening and everything. They just see a new Call of Duty. I'll buy it and that's it. I think we live in an age where young people, especially young people, and in the age of TikTok and YouTube Shorts, where you have your news in just under a minute, right? Or even 30 seconds. You have all these news being bombarded
you're getting
everywhere.
Easily digestible information
Yes.
really quick, and that's and I'll be perfectly honest, like, that started happening right when the internet got really big. And the reason why I have in order to say this is anybody who's around my age group will remember things like, when Game Informer was really big, and Nintendo Power, and all of the old magazines for all 32-bit games and stuff. Like, you were hardcore nerd to be subscribed to those, because I used to have a Game Informer subscription back in the day, and then the internet got really big, and then I stopped doing it, and then I'd go online for my news and stuff like that. But again, you almost had to go out of your way in order to get it. Nowadays, it's almost really handed to you. Like, I go over to my Google feed, like my Google suggested feed, or whatever the fuck you want to, or whatever the heck you want to call that crap, where it just suggests top news stories and stuff, and a lot of it's gaming related. Now, that might be targeted advertising doing its work, which chances are it probably is too. But if at any point in time, like, you have searched for anything gaming related, like, you're gonna get that shoved in your face, so it's very hard to avoid anymore.
That's what I'm saying. So the casual gamers, like, people say, like, oh, casual gamers don't care. See, here's the thing. Even if you're not a hardcore gamer, even if you're just a casual gamer, you have friends, I presume, you have friends that are probably more into gaming, and they'll probably tell you about, oh, Modern Warfare 2 will have 2 years, Okay, here's the thing. It's not official. It was never officially announced that Modern Warfare 2 will have 2 years, of support, and that they're skipping a year. That was never official, but the leaks were true. It wasn't official, but it was true. And as reports saying again, it was expansion. It was planned as 2-year game, but it got changed to a premium game. And casual gamers somehow they're not stupid. They bought the idea that this game is gonna last for 2 years. A lot of people bought the idea, and they spent $70 knowing or thinking that this game is gonna be lasting for 2 years. If they don't know, like, the casual gamers don't, like, never, like, they saw it from TikTok or YouTube or whatever, or someone told them. We live in an age of information. Like, you get this information non-stop. So casual gamers are not dumb. They know all the leaks. They know all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, and it's very hard in order to even avoid that type of news nowadays, because again, with targeted advertising algorithms and targeted news algorithms and everything, like from the second you Google searched how to buy a PlayStation or a gaming PC or anything even remotely gaming related, like, they know, son, and they're gonna send you everything. They're gonna suggest you everything. And plus, with the advent of, like, YouTubers and people like us who are constantly, like, seeing the stuff and regurgitating and putting it back out there, like, again, it's very hard in order to avoid any type of upcoming news these days. It's almost impossible. I'll go out and say it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's regarding Call of Duty. I'm not a fan of it. And don't forget, patreon.com/TheLankySoldier to listen to that extra episode. And support the show.